This is why Africans and Africa will remain poor. This is why. This is why. We Africans, even here in diaspora, we are so separated. Kenyans, they hang out separately with Kenyans. They don't hang out with Nigerians or what. They don't do collaborations. They actually sometimes begrudge each other. We have Nigerian churches, Kenyan churches, whatever churches. Everything is separated. The same way in Africa, we are disintegrated by borders, is the same way us Africans in diaspora have separated ourselves. We also, us in America, have our own maps that were drawn for us by the oppressor when he came to colonize us. The same maps, we carry them in our heads. We carry the maps in our heads. And here, we don't even, well, thank God, the last customer I had here in my studio was a Nigerian. But it is rare. Mostly it's Kenyans and sometimes Americans. We Africans don't support each other in America. At least Kenyans sometimes will support Kenyans. Tanzanians may support Tanzanians. But the same borders that were installed in our minds and in our countries are the same borders we traveled with abroad, and they are the same borders we use to discriminate each other as Africans. We keep on saying, Africa is rich. Africa, we have gold. Africa, we have all the we are so good at saying that. Oh, Africa, we have all the minerals. Oh, and we complain and cry. Oh, the other countries, the Europeans are coming to grab our things while we fight each other. And it is our fault. Who told you to get the guns? Okay. Your leader told you to get the guns. We blame our leaders. Yeah, our leaders are the ones who are being bribed by China, by Europe, and they're given guns and they start fighting each other. Who chose the leaders? Who chose the leaders? It is you, the citizen. We are cowards. Africans are cowards. No wonder maybe we got enslaved. No wonder we got colonized. Are we cowards? Have we always been cowards? What is wrong with us Africans? Oh, the problem is the leaders. The problem is the leaders. The whole of Africa is messed up. So, how coincidental is it that all the leaders from one end of Africa to the other, from the top north to the bottom south, that they are all corrupt? How come? What a coincidence. My friends, as much as we say we have all those minerals and everything, as much as we keep on saying we are rich, we are not rich. We are the poorest people. We have the richness underground. We have the richness in nature, but we are the poorest people because we are poor in our heads. We can't even process our own things and sell out there. We let our materials get to be taken, our coffee is taken, they process, and then they sell it to us 3-4 times the price. They take our rubber, they take everything, they process it, then sell it back to us 3-4 times the price. Now we are accepting GMO. In Kenya, we've decided to accept GMO. Don't you know that GMO seeds are controlled by those guys I will not mention? And when they control the seed, they control our food. And now, even a country like Kenya, we have accepted GMO. We are being controlled. We are being taken over, people. We are being taken over. Oh, Africa for Israel. Oh, Africa for Ukraine. Oh, Africa for Russia. Oh, Africa. We are always concentrating on other countries. How about Africa for Sudan? How about Africa for Africans? Oh, we are so concerned. Oh, Ukraine. Oh, this, oh, that. Oh, the grain. We will suffer because of the grain. The Ukrainians cannot export the grain to Africa. And we have the richest land, the most fertile land. Oh, my God. We get good leaders. We kill Thomas Sankara. We get good leaders. We finish Kwame Nkrumah. We get good leaders. We betray Dedan Kimathi. We betray Tom Mboya. We betray Patrice Lumumba. We finish them because we have been lied to. The enemy lying to us and using us to kill our own leaders. And we say our leaders are bad. The good ones, we kill them. The good ones, we overthrow them. Africans, we will remain poor if we don't change. We will remain poor if we have grudges within each other. We carry those grudges in diaspora. Oh, Kenyans are like this. Oh, I don't like Nigerians. Oh, Tanzanians are this, they are that. We are never found. Even here, there is a friend of mine, a doctor who started an African community. And eventually, the community ended up breaking into countries. The Nigerians went their way. The other countries their way, the Kenyans their way, before they even got anywhere. What if you receive $1 million from some donor? You will kill each other, oh. You will finish each other. Someone starts an organization to bring all of you Africans together. And you start fighting. You start having wars between countries in a land that is not yours. You start fighting against another country. The Tanzanians, oh, they are the ones who are supposed to lead. Oh, and we call each other brothers and sisters. We are ruined in our heads. Ruined in our heads. We are busy trying to make our individual selves richer and wealthier. Individualistic mentality, divide and rule mentality, individualistic tendencies. Oh, as long as I have my car, as long as I have health insurance and I have my job, I don't like to hang out with my fellow Kenyans. I don't like to hang out with my fellow Africans. What the heck, man? Africans, my people. You see the Indians, they work together. They own hotels from here to Atlanta. Most hotels are owned by Indians from North Carolina to Atlanta. Highway 85, all the way. Go exiting and going into those hotels. Go to Delaware and everywhere and look at Holiday Inns. Most of them belong to Indians. Now come to Raleigh and you figure out that the Middle Easterns own and the Indians own a lot of gas stations. And they started together. They didn't care whether this Indian is from the other side of India, this other Indian is from the other side of India. Guys, look at Kenya, very small country, size of Texas, almost. Look at another country out there like Burkina Faso, small country, maybe size of Seattle or something. Do you think those small countries, those cis countries we are proud of. Oh, I'm Nigerian. Oh, I'm Kenyan. Oh, I'm Sudanese. Oh, I'm from Uganda. Uganda. Do you think Uganda can ever sit down and compete with China? The whole of China. China is not divided. China is so many times bigger than Uganda. There is never a time when Uganda will compete China. Never. As long as we remain disintegrated, we will never compete with any other country in the world. We will remain poor, my African people. Religion has divided us so bad. One of the biggest disaster an African has ever received is religion. One of the biggest setback. Religion was a tool to colonize, a tool to rule Africans, a tool to destroy the spiritualism of Africans, a tool to keep Africans on the ground and subdue and take everything that belongs to Africa. That is religion for you. Religion even today is killing people. Religion has separated Africa. Even today, if we decided to unite the Arabs and the Christians, the Muslims and the Christians will have trouble between the north side of Africa and the south and the mid and the central Africa. We will have issues because of religion. Because the African man has been taught to place religion ahead of his Africanism, ahead of his people, ahead of his education, ahead of practicality. An Africa will go pray for a building that is burning. An African will go pray for a building that is burning instead of getting some water to pour on it to take the fire down. An African will pray for money to come while the other countries out there are busy working for the money. An African is busy praying in church every Monday, every Wednesday service, Friday service, Friday overnight service, Sunday all day, praying for miracle, giving seed for miracle, and enriching one single pastor who is a thief. And we are lied to by this religion that was brought to us. I'm not saying it is bad to be spiritual. I'm saying it's bad to be religious. And religion is what was brought to us. Religion is what is destroying us. And the divide and rule that was brought to us. Look at the Tutsis and the Hutus. Still tension between each other. Look at Rwanda and Congo. Still against each other. Look at Sudan. South and Northern Sudan. Still a problem. Look at Sudan itself, dividing itself. While the other countries are busy growing. We are busy fighting on top of riches. And we remain so poor. Africans, we are not going anywhere if we keep on having this mentality. In America, we carry the borders. My God. My goodness. And we carry religions and we start our own churches here. 100 churches in a state, African churches. I can count 100 African churches in North Carolina alone. And these churches are so disintegrated. And you ask the pastor, what's up? Why can't you combine with the other? Every pastor will say, oh, I have my own vision. God has sent me on my own vision. But really, it's churches grabbing each other's members. They're not even bringing the Americans in the church. It's just Africans fighting each other. This one, oh, is mad at the pastor, so they jump onto this other church. This one is mad at the praise and worship, jumps into the other church. The other church, they collide and they split. You bring a friend of yours who is a pastor. Before you know it, he runs with 10 members. And we lie to ourselves. We call our churches international church. Oh, international church. My people, that is religion. Dogma. That is pure stupidity. Church is not meant to bring division among ourselves. That Christianity is meant to bring us together. But how? It has already corrupted our brain. It was used as a tool against us. It was. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not bad. Worship whatever you want to worship. Worship Allah, worship. I'm not telling you not to worship. No. Maybe I also worship my God somewhere. But African, put Africanism first. First of all, you are an African before you are a Christian. First of all, you are an African before you are Muslim. You are an African before you are any denomination. You are an African before you are American. You are an African before you support Ukraine. You are an African before you say, oh, God chose Israel. You are an African. And you will always be African. And the moment you come to realize that's the truth and nothing but the truth is the moment Africans, we shall start rising. We will boycott that United Nations that even don't care about you because you're so disintegrated. We are seen like, we are like fools. In diaspora, most Africans are seen as very, very guilty of fraud unless you're proven innocent. You're always guilty unless proven innocent. Because of how we've branded ourselves and because of how we've let other countries brand us. Look, diaspora is full of us because we've ran away from our countries. Some of us ran away because some leaders wanted to kill us. Some of us ran away because of the economy. Some of us ran away because, we wanted a better future for our children. And yet, we lie to ourselves, we have the richest continent. It is poor. A rich continent is not determined by the raw material. It is determined by the emptiness or the fullness of the mind. An empty mind is a poor man, is a poor country. A country with empty minds is a poor country, even if they are surrounded by gold. Look at South Africa. Sometimes killing their own African people because they think Africans are the problem. Hey! Oh, who bewitched us? Oh, who bewitched us? Africans, this is how you will remain poor. You will remain poor by keeping on believing the lie. Your consciousness has been falsified by Eurocentric historiography. We think anything European is superior. That's why you go to a line in Kenya at the bank and another light-skinned fella from another country is given first priority. You go to the clubs, a light-skinned person from another country is given priority. Your own African person, you treat them like crap. We hate each other. We hate our color. You Be it you're a doctor, I don't care how educated you are, whether you're a doctor or who, you hate your color. You hate the fact you're black. You hate your accent. Look at the bleaching people. Nigerians, you bleaching. What is wrong with you? And our women, wig everywhere, wig. Billion-dollar industry. We pour billions in the wig industries. They come from China, India. You're wearing someone else's hair. What is wrong with you, African? What is wrong? You are wearing another human being's hair from another race. Your houses are full of pictures of some Jesus from Europe, not even the real Jesus. And you go there and kneel and pray. My God, man. To be continued. African, just know that you will remain poor. We will remain poor as long as we are empty here. As long as we are. And still, we think Africans are coming together. They are not. TikTok is lying to us here. Oh, Africans this. We are not. We hate each other. Even tribal levels, we hate. Even on a tribal level, not even countries. On a tribal level, we hate each other. And that hate has been brought to us by the Belgians, by the Europeans. But they came and they lied to us. Oh, your community is more superior than the other. So make sure you can finish them. That's what happened during the Rwandan massacre. It all came from back then in Belgium. The Belgians came and they lied to those Africans that, oh, the Tutsis are better than the Hutus. You guys are different race. And that's what brought the massacre eventually. And we are lied. You're given money to kill your own leaders. Oh, Thomas Sankara. Oh, Patrice Lumumba. Forgive us. Kwame Nkrumah, forgive us. What a shame, Africans. What a shame. Please subscribe and coming up soon, next episode.